I really didn't see myself reflected in the comedy world. A lot of the comics that I like didn't look like me, didn't sound like me, or didn't come from a background that I came from. So I just didn't know how it would be received by audiences. And I also am not like super comfortable or super eager to be on stage. But even when I used to host open mics and stuff, I had an arts collective called Cree Soul that ran from 2010 to about 2013, 2014, something like that. And we had a monthly open mic and just some other events. But I would say that me hosting those events was me practicing for like eventually doing stand up. Um, and even when I had a Twitter account and I was active on there, I would say this is me practicing jokes. And so finally, I got a divorce. I was kind of fast tracking my life in a different direction, and I decided I wanted to do stuff that I always wanted to do in a bucket list item. And I ran into a friend who was kind of going through similar things as me. He was just going through a separation. He always wanted to do comedy. And we ran into each other and we were just like, all right, we're going to be accountability partners. We're going to go on these days. And I think I tried a couple times, but nobody was there or like something, people didn't think I was a comic. So they didn't, invite me up. And then finally, we made it work. Went up there the first time. I was planning on that being the only time. I was really planning on that being the only time, but it didn't work out that way. I got a big response, and I started having people inviting me and encouraging me to be on stage. And so I've just kind of been doing it more or less consistently ever since. From the outside looking at it, it's pretty consistent, but comics make sure they on the stage every single day. I don't necessarily do that. But I my goal, when I thought about what my goals were with it, when maybe taking it a little bit more seriously, just like, again, I'm not super um I don't really care about being on stage like that. So, there's people that have the goals of selling out arenas and all of that. I can't say that I necessarily want that, but what I have always wanted to do was write and produce for television and movies. And I actually went to school. I went to Temple University in Philly for broadcasting, telecommunications, mass media. I was going to go for film and media arts, but I didn't want to go to them 8 a.m. classes. It just is what it is. So I was more on like the study side, and yeah, I've been grateful enough to end up running into Imani of Imani Network and Steve of Giga House Media, and we got together and we've been working on this show concept for now like a year. I think it was this time last year when we first had the conversation